Uh-oh. Well, since I hit it, let me get with it. I didn't mean to hit it yet. Shalom, Jamal Bay. Hold on, let me mod you up right quick. Huh? All right. Shalom. All right, let me show y'all some devil advocates. People that's working for Satan. All right, y'all familiar with I got some videos for you too. Y'all familiar with Daniel Cameron? I call him Daniel Cameron. How he lied about Breonna Taylor, her killers. See, this is the teacher. Just because you got a black face sitting in front of you doesn't mean anything. Don't fall for the black face. A tree is known by its fruit. That's the Bible. Obey the Bible. Look to the Bible. All right. Anyway, he gave the wrong instruction. That's why the officer didn't get indicted. He didn't get a jury a choice of murder. That's why. All right. Let me continue. You can read this yourself. But y'all familiar with that? The jurors went around him and started trying to tell the truth. Let me see here. Okay. From the start, the district attorney is supposed to be non-biased. But if you read this article right here, it don't look like he lied. There's so much wrong with this case. But then you got another one, Ken Thompson, another black district attorney. They let this black man's killer go free. Let me get to the video right quick. All right. I did this video earlier. The sound was out. All right, here you go. This right here is Jackie Johnson, the one that was covering for Ahmaud Arbery's killers. These people are supposed to be upholding the law. They're supposed to be representing justice and truth and even mercy, but they're not.
Charges of murder and now accusations of a cover-up. Tonight, a major development related to the murder case against 3 white men charged with killing a black man, Ahmaud Arbery, while he was jogging last year in Brunswick.
Well, today, a grand jury indicted the now former prosecutor in Brunswick, accusing her of not fulfilling her duty to arrest and charge the 3 suspects right away. She has denied any wrongdoing. John Sherrick is on that story for us tonight.
It was the video that outraged the nation, showing Ahmaud Arbery, who is black, shot to death while jogging in Brunswick, leading to murder charges against 3 white men who are scheduled to go on trial next month. But investigators, including then Brunswick DA Jackie Johnson, had that video months before it surfaced publicly. Why didn't she prosecute then? Now she's in trouble. A Glynn County grand jury just indicted Johnson for felony violation of oath of office.
Okay. It says she had the video months ago. Okay. Why didn't she prosecute then? Right. Then she told, I'm about to get ahead of myself. And then you're going to hear, she told the police not to arrest one of the McMichaels. Okay. That's not her job. How do you know that's not the district attorney's job to tell the police what to do? Remember, she's supposed to be neutral. She's supposed to be working against crime. She's supposed to be working against injustice. Okay. Another way you know that the district attorney don't tell the police what to do the police call the district attorney before they make arrests? Do they call the district attorney before they write out traffic tickets? That's how you know. Let me wind this back a little bit. She had the tapes. Even the police that was there, I watched some of that video. The police knew a crime had been committed. They knew it. They chose to ignore it.
Why didn't she prosecute then? Now she's in trouble. A Glynn County grand jury just Johnson had that video months before it surfaced publicly. Why didn't she prosecute then? Now she's in trouble. A Glynn County grand jury just indicted Johnson for felony violation of oath of office, and also for a misdemeanor. She's accused of ordering police not to arrest the suspected triggerman, Travis McMichael, who is the son of Greg McMichael, a longtime employee of the DA's office.
It is not her job to tell them what to do or what not to do.
Atlanta attorney and 11 Alive legal analyst Paige Pate says the indictment also accuses Johnson of breaking the law in the way that she then got the case transferred to another DA, Waycross DA George Barnhill. Barnhill had already concluded that the suspect.
Okay, now she got the. It looks like, now I might be wrong. It says she got the case transferred to another DA. That shouldn't even be her. If she get off the case, she shouldn't get to say who the case go to. Think about that now. Think about that, family. We got to wake up and smell what's cooking. They burn it. The food is burning.
Barnhill had already concluded that the suspects had acted in self-defense and he did not intend to prosecute them.
I think it was clear that she did want to keep the McMichaels from being charged, and that by directing it to a DA who she thought would basically share the same idea as she had about the case would keep them from getting charged.
Johnson emailed us last year, calling it all false accusations to make excuses and ignore the problems at the Glynn County Police Department. We were not able to reach her for comment on the indictment against her.
For more information on this case against Johnson,
Okay.
accused of killing.
All right. You got one. It's an enclave of racism. It's an enclave. It's infested with racism. We shouldn't be worried about that. Our help is coming from the Most High. He's going to deliver us. The Bible told us it was going to be this way. Okay? If you don't read the Bible, you're missing out on what survival tactics. All right? Let me show you another video. And remember Vox Booker. Remember this man. How he was in Ohio and they tried to lynch him. Now the district attorney trying to file him, put him up on some charges. They done filed charge a year later. If you had something, why you waiting? I just want y'all to see this stuff. See, when black folks go to court, most of the time, you got, not only do you have mostly the all-white jury, you got the racist, I don't care if they black. Think about Tammy Kemp, Amber Geiger up there patting and hugging on them. You got the white supremacist mind if they black, or the white supremacist if they white. You got the white supremacist judge, white supremacist jury, white supremacist prosecutor, white supremacist police, white supremacist audience. Not all of them, but you might as well look at it that way. So you're not surprised. All right. Attorney for Vox Booker, they wanted him to go on a apology tour. They want him to drop the charges. That's right, Jamal Bay. That is why the U.S. is falling apart. And I don't care nothing for U.S. I know I'm living in it. I can pray that the Most High show mercy to his people. But I don't care. How can I miss a area? How can I miss a country that's trying to kill us? That's oppressing us. How can I miss that? These heathens is crazy. If they expect us to pledge allegiance to their flag, all the while they killing us and lying to us and stealing from us. These heathens is crazy. Nevertheless, let me show you down here. They want to go on an apology tour. I'm going to try to show you the video. Now you can read this yourself. Just type that in up at the top. And it should bring you right here. All right. They wanted him to apologize and forgive. That ain't in the Bible. Why don't our aggressors, why don't the media stick the camera in our aggressors, in our killer's face, and ask them, do they want forgiveness? Huh? Why do they always go to the black victims' family, the black victims, and ask us, do we forgive? See, in order to get forgiveness, you got to repent. That means your habit, you got to change. A complete change. And this got to be evident. All right. Let me see here. All right, here it is. Right here. They tried to get him to participate in a restorative justice, where right here. he was inclined to participate. They trying to participate. That's why they brought them charges, because he didn't go for it. I think he done folded now, though. They just have to lock me up. They just have to do like Ali. Just take me to jail. I'm not forgiving nothing. You're going to get the same treatment. Why don't they ever forgive black folks? When we do something against them, why don't they ever put the microphone in white people's face and say, do you forgive them? Why don't they ever come to white folks and ask them for restorative justice if the aggressor or the perpetrator is black? Y'all got to pick up on this. All right. Booker said he was inclined to participate because he is a proponent in the process, but he said in this case, it meant he had to agree to in other words, he can't talk about it. He can't talk about it. If the action is honest and harmless, why can't he talk about it? Why it got to be a closed room deal? That's how you know something stinks. All right. A confidentiality agreement. That means if he signed this piece of paper and he talk about it, they can sue him or something like that. Agree not to press charges against the men that try to lynch him. If they didn't commit a crime, then why do he have to sign a confidentiality agreement and not pursue charges if they did not commit a crime? Because they got it on video. It's hang tight. I'm going to show you that video. All right. But anyway, when he refused, they brought charges against him. When he refused to go on an apology tour, they brought charges on him. Let me show you. Right here. That's it right there. Facing charges. The district attorney, the devil's advocate, brought charges on him. Let me see what it says. I did a previous video about this. It's called Get Off the Forgiveness Tour. But yeah, they're going to charge him in his own lynching. All right. He go to charge right here. There you go. Let me get to this video. Let me see, who is this? Yeah, right here.
Now to an update on a story that we first brought you last summer when a local activist named Vox Booker said that he was jumped by a group of white men near Bloomington, Indiana on July 4th, saying that they pinned him to a tree and threatened to, quote, get a noose after they say that he and his friends trespassed on private property. You may remember this video that went viral showing part of the incident.
Okay. Now let me wind this back a little bit.
This video that went viral showing part of the incident.
All right. They got him pinned up against the tree. Why they got him pinned up against the tree if their intentions are harmless? Why they got him pinned up against the tree? Why they holding him against his will? I want y'all to think about, that's right. I want y'all to think about all these black men that's coming up lynched and they hollering suicide. I did a video about the police. Check it out on Black Junction TV. All right.
Let him go, dude. Let him go. Let him go, please. Let him go.
But more than a year later, Booker says that he's now facing charges himself in the altercation. Vox Booker, kind enough to join us tonight. Vox, two of the men involved in the altercation last year with you received felony charges and are due in court later this month. But now the special prosecutor from Monroe County has filed felony assault and misdemeanor trespassing charges against you as well. Explain why you believe this is happening.
First of all, to have charges filed against you in your own hate crime is outrageous. I believe the motivation behind this is simply that for the last year, the special prosecutor, Sonia Learcamp, has pressured me that I should forgive these men. She's talked about this idea she had of a forgiveness tour and how good it would be for the community. And
why has he got to go on a forgiveness tour? See what I'm talking about? They approach him to go on a forgiveness tour. These men, what? When did they do that for black folks? Think about that now. This whole system is corrupt. This whole system is going to be destroyed. Read your Bible. No governmental system is going to survive the Most High's judgment. Read your Bible. So if you love any country, any governmental system more than you love the Most High and obeying His laws, statutes, and commandments, you are hell-bound. Because that is your God, that is your idol, and it is above the Most High in your heart.
Me that I should forgive these men. She's talked about this idea she had of a forgiveness tool and how good it would be for the community, and seemed more concerned about that than my actual welfare.
But why do you feel that she is going forward with pressing charges against you?
I think it's an intimidation technique. I don't know if she really means to carry these all the way through, or if her intent is just to get me to back down and not make a fuss when she dismisses charges against these men.
We did reach out to the Monroe County Special Prosecutor's Office, and she said that she is, quote, ethically restrained from commenting upon the evidence prior to trial, and that she is, quote, doing my best to apply the law to the facts. What evidence do you have to back your claim that these charges are being filed because you didn't participate in the restorative justice effort?
Well, one of the things is the participation agreement itself that was first drafted. The first draft that she gave me locked me into confidentiality.
I just read that. In other words, he can't even talk about it.
It contractually obligated me to agree with the dismissal of charges, and it dictated that I would participate.
Okay. America has a racist history of trying to lynch and anti-black racism. If you keep letting these devils go off, get away scot-free, then that's gonna embolden these devils, and there's gonna be more people out here trying to lynch us. Let me give you an example. When they wanted black folks to stop selling dope, they just upped the time, gave you more time, right? Their answer was going to jail. Their answer was pressing charges. Their answer was punishment. But when it's white people, the answer ain't punishment, the answer ain't jail time, the answer ain't the court system. The answer is, Negro, you forgive. Even though they tried to kill you, you got to forgive them. If not, we're going to send you to jail too. That's their answer. Devil's advocate. John 8:44. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the desires of your father you want to do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because he is a liar and the father of it.
They obligated me to agree with the dismissal of charges, and it dictated that I would participate in a joint press conference.
Now, David Hennessy, the attorney for two of the other parties, had no comment on your charges, but has said in the past that you were, quote, the instigator and the agitator, and that you punched one of the men 3 times and had to be restrained. What's your response to that?
It's the oldest trope in the book that the black man is the aggressor. It would ask one to believe that I would go up to a group of drunken white men wearing Confederate flag hats and grossly outnumbered and suddenly start assaulting them.
So you're saying that you never punched anyone there?
No, so the initial confrontation started after I walked away. It was obvious that it was going to potentially be a dangerous situation. I walked away. The gentleman, I use that term loosely, stalked me like an animal through the woods, caught me from behind, and assaulted me. And
so, but a lot of people are going to say, though, but did you punch them? And so I just want to get just a no or yes answer to that.
Well, I think I did what you or any sensible person would do. When you're attacked by a group of people fighting for your life, of course, you're going to tussle back and forth and try to just stay alive any way you can.
And you've been charged with trespassing on that property in the past. You have said that organizers of the event that you were attending gave you permission to walk through. Will you be able to prove that?
Both the Department of Natural Resources and the FBI have confirmed that I was attacked on public land. The issue of trespassing is that while I was crossing through the property earlier in the day, was whether or not I was trespassing. And yes, I can confirm that the event organizer gave me permission. He had received permission from the landowner. We actually have it in writing.
Just wanted to get you to kind of give us a deep.
Wait a minute. So he got it in writing that he received permission to be on the property. He got it in writing. Okay. Then how is this DA giving him trespassing charges when he got it in writing? How did the so-called park ranger say he was trespassing? These people on code, I'm trying to get y'all to see that, all right? You hear? Did you hear him? They got it in writing that he had permission to be there. And after all, okay, if it's private property, he was with some white people. He was with some white people, a group of white people, about 4 or 5 of them, I think. Why was the black guy the only one trespassing? Why was he the only one charged with trespassing? Everybody else white. I'm just showing y'all something. All right.
I was trespassing. And yes, I can confirm that the event organizer gave me permission. He had received permission from the landowner. We actually have it in writing.
Just wanted to get you to kind of give us a deeper dive for this quote that you gave. You said there's nothing more American than charging a black man in his own attempted lynching.
Dr. King called blackness in America a stigmata. From the very founding documents of our nation, black folks were rendered as not only less than a person, but as property. So when we have these issues of property rights, whether we're talking about folks protesting in the streets, whether we're talking about whether or not I was trespassing on someone's land, the idea that property is somehow tantamount to the worth of my life is very American. And honestly, some folks feel like the only thing that happened that was wrong was that these men should have succeeded when they attacked me and accused me of trespassing on their property.
And Mr. Hennessy also said last year that you were, quote, putting forth a false narrative about that day, a year after what you say was a threatened lynching. What do you want people to know about that day and its impact on you and beyond?
You know, I felt safe in my community. I am a respected figure. I've been a public figure, a human rights commissioner. Never did I imagine that.
He don't understand white supremacy. They don't care if you're a respected citizen, law abiding. They don't care nothing about that. Only thing they worried about is eliminating your black tail. That's it. That's the only thing they care about.
I am a respected figure. I've been a public figure, a human rights commissioner. Never did I imagine that folks would attack me and beat me and threaten me with the noose in 2020. I need folks to understand that these are issues that are still happening, that it's very important that we still are pushing society forward. We saw the passage of Stop Asian Hate Act in record time, but for decades we haven't been able to pass a federal anti-lynching act. We have to understand.
Let me correct you, Brother Booker. No, for centuries, you ain't been able to pass an anti-lynching act. For centuries.
We still are pushing society forward. We saw the passage of Stop Asian Hate Act in record time, but for decades we haven't been able to pass a federal anti-lynching act. We have to understand that this hate can't be tolerated.
Mr. Vox Booker, so appreciate your time tonight. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the.
All right. Let me see if I forgot anything. Okay. I think I went over everything. Yep. Went over that. I just want y'all to show y'all the devil's advocates. Y'all remember Eric Garner? The chokehold that allowed Danny Pantaleo to get off? It was an illegal chokehold, but the district attorney act like they couldn't do nothing. The chokehold that killed Eric Garner was illegal. The district attorney did nothing. Okay, Tamir Rice. I'm going to just talk. I'm going to rap a little bit. Let me just rap with you. You don't need to pull it up. You can pull it up yourself. Okay, Tamir Rice. Even if he was a grown man, He was in Ohio. You can literally walk up and down the street in Ohio with a gun with it loaded. In Ohio. So that lie the police talking about, he feared for his life and he thought Tamir Rice was a man, it's a lie. You know how? Because number one, you got gun rights in Ohio. Number two, they didn't have to pull up on him like that. They saw he was black and gunned him down. Number three, why didn't the DA prosecute the police? He violated, if he thought he was a man, he violated the gun rights. He violated laws of what he thought was a man. I'm just showing y'all these devils, these Mzungus. All right, I don't went on enough. Y'all take care.